goes, family friendly and all. So now for something completely different.
Hello, how are you? Can you hear me?
Very
Good. Yes, I talked to my instructor at Second City, and he told me the last thing you want to do is go into a music open mic and do comedy. But thank God I wasn't the first one to come up here and do a lame joke. Thanks, John. A woman has a parrot. All the parrot can say is, "Who is it?" She went to work and she forgot she had a delivery coming. So all of a sudden there was a knock on the door. Knock, knock, knock. And guess what the parrot says? "Who is it?" On the other side, "Skip the dishes." Parrot says, "Who is it?" "Skip the dishes." This goes on for several minutes. And the parrot says, "Who is it?" Finally, the delivery driver goes, "Skip the dishes, skip the dishes, skip the dishes." Falls down, has a heart attack, and dies. The woman comes by home 2 hours later. She goes, "Oh my God, who is it?" The parrot says, "Skip the dishes." Boom. If you like that parrot joke, I got a worse one. Here we go. I had a parrot who had very colorful language. You know, he wouldn't shut up. Puck this, puck that, puck this. He totally made it family friendly, right? And just drove me nuts. I was getting a migraine. I grabbed the parrot, start shaking him, I throw him into the freezer. Pop this, pop that. You know, it goes on. After 2 minutes, the colorful language stops. After 10 minutes of silence, I open up the freezer, the parrot jumps out and says, "Pardon my vulgar language, it will never happen again." Before I can ask the parrot, you know, what's the sudden change of attitude, he says, "What did the chicken do?" Thank you. Breaking news. Oh my God, this is terrible. The first manned space mission to Mars was just annihilated. The reason for the accident has not been found out yet. Space Rocket Man 1, Space Shuttle, his Captain Fantastic. Famous last words were, "What does this button do?" Thanks, Michael. After a hard day, I come home, I'm exhausted. I drink a joint, I smoke a rye, I feel fantastic, now I'm wide awake. The difference between a good rye and a good scotch is $50. Beaumar Islay single malt scotch, 1957, sold at auction for $185,000 per bottle. But you had to buy all 12 remaining bottles of scotch for a total amount of $2,220,000 or $2.22 million, whichever comes first. Now, if that was me who won the auction, the first thing I do when I get home is I take my scotch, I put it in my temperature and humidity controlled safe. I look on the answering machine, I see the doctor's office call. Now, if the nurse calls, it's nothing to worry about. If Dr. Shupak calls, it's something to worry about. If Dr. Seuss calls, it means I had too much magic mushrooms that day. Thanks, Stephanie. Now, last time he called me, it was 14 years ago, and I needed heart surgery. I'm talking about Dr. Shupak, not Dr. Seuss. Dr. Seuss has been calling me a lot more often during the pandemic. all the message said was, call me back immediately. The last time he called was 14 years ago, and I needed heart surgery. That was Dr. Chupak, not Dr. I did this again, didn't I? Anyhow, so I called Dr. Chupak back right away. All I got was the answering machine. Suddenly, I'll go into hypochondriac mode. Oh no, it's terrible. It's very bad. What if I have malignant corona cancer virus? What if I only get 2 days to live? That's it, I'm going out on my own terms. You know, what would you do? Not you, her. Because you laughs at my jokes. Would you drink all 12 bottles of scotch, go out on your own terms by consuming $2.22 million of fine alcohol poisoning? Well, ring. Oh, it's Dr. Chupak. Hi, Dr. Chupak, how are you? More important, how am I? I'm great? That's wonderful. Oh, you're calling to say that you misdialed and you left a message for me, which was for another patient? Oh, don't worry about it. By the way, how's the other patient? Oh, I'm sorry to hear he's terminal and he's in chronic pain. Ask him if he wants to go on his own terms. I have some scotch to sell. That's it for me, thank you. Dr. Seuss is about to call any moment now. Considering I just had some shrooms before the show. The cat came back the very next day. Oh, it's Dr. Seuss. Hey, Susie baby, how's it going? What's it with all the fish? 1 fish, 2 fish, red fish, blue fish, gefilte fish? Oh my God, I can't believe it. Dr. Seuss just put me on hold. What a Grinch. He's still pissed. Because I suggested a single woman is a miss, a married woman's a missus, a married man's a mister, and a single man's a master. That's why they call it masturbation. Thank you. That's it for me.
Oh, he was so close to staying family friendly.
I was trying.